Welcome to the Zen side of chaos. Hey there, my beautifully stressed out, emotionally exhausted, and probably over-caffeinated listeners. Welcome to the Fit Mess. This is Zach. Here's another solo episode. We're going to take a break from overthinking, existential dread, and doom scrolling to talk about something that might actually make your life better. That's right, today we're diving into yoga and meditation, the ancient practices that somehow make you less of a human disaster without requiring therapy bills or prescription meds. Now, if you're already rolling your eyes thinking, ugh, yoga's just stretching for people who like essential oils, or meditation's just sitting and pretending to be wise, first of all, how dare you? And second, stick with me, because the two things are basically the closest thing we have to real-life cheat codes for your brain and your body. So get a comfy seat, take a deep breath, and let's namaste our way through this. But first, this is the Fit Mess, where together we learn to develop habits that help us live beyond our mental health struggles to create happier, healthier lives.
He's Zach. He lives in the future with his anxiety.
He's Jeremy, and he lives in the past with his depression. And we get together once a week in the present to share the obstacles we face and how we overcome them. All right, let's start with yoga. What is yoga? At its core, yoga is an ancient practice that combines physical movement, breath control, and mindfulness. It's basically the Swiss Army knife of wellness. It improves flexibility, strength, balance, and mental clarity all at once. Okay, cool. Now, some of you might be thinking, yoga isn't for me, I can't even touch my toes. Guess what? That's exactly why you should be doing it. Saying I'm not flexible enough for yoga is like saying I'm too hungry to eat. That's literally the point. But yoga isn't just about bending like a Cirque du Soleil performer. It's also a full-body, low-impact workout that builds strength without destroying your joints, improves posture so you stop looking like a question mark, increases blood flow and reduces inflammation, which is fancy science talk for makes you hurt less. It boosts your endorphins, making you happier without needing that margarita, or beer in my case. And the best part, you don't need any special equipment, just a little space, a willingness to try, and maybe the ability not to fart in downward dog. No judgment though if you do. So I like to describe yoga as it's a massage for your nervous system. Yoga isn't just about turning yourself into a human pretzel. It actually rewires your brain. A little bit of science time here. When you do yoga, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, aka the chill mode of your body. It lowers stress hormones, slows your heart rate, and basically tells your brain, hey, we're not being chased by a bear right now, so maybe stop freaking out. Yoga also boosts the GABA levels in your brain, the chemical that reduces anxiety. More GABA, less internal screaming. It strengthens the prefrontal cortex, which is the part of your brain responsible for decision-making, impulse control, and not texting your ex at 2 a.m. Never done that myself. So, if you want to feel less nervous, think more clearly, and generally function like a sane human being, yoga is basically the brain upgrade you didn't know you needed.
All you homeowners have unique needs. Some feel the need to paint their door a vibrant shade of blue. Others have the need to decorate their bathroom with fish, anchors, and other nautical items. And because each homeowner has unique needs, Geico helps you get the right coverage for your home and what's in it. That way, you get exactly what's right for you, even if your needs are unique. Get more with Geico.
Now let's talk about meditation. If yoga is the body's way of saying chill out, meditation is the brain's way of hitting the reset button. And no, it's not just sitting quietly and thinking about nothing. If that were true, every bored office worker staring out the window would be a Zen master. Meditation is the practice of training your attention, which sounds simple, but when was the last time you focused on literally anything for more than 30 seconds without checking your phone? Yeah, exactly. Look, the benefits. Oh, just some minor things like less stress. Meditation lowers cortisol, which is the hormone that turns you into an anxious mess. Better focus. It's like lifting weights for your attention span, except without the gym membership. Improved emotional control, meaning you'll be less likely to snap at Karen from accounting. Better sleep, because your brain stops replaying every awkward thing you've ever done the moment your head hits the pillow. Here's the kicker. You only need a few minutes a day to start seeing results. 5 minutes of meditation is like shutting down and restarting your brain, except without having to call IT support. There is science behind meditation. I'll tell you how it works. For my skeptics out there who need hard data, let's get a little bit nerdy, okay? Studies show that yoga and meditation literally change the brain structure. More gray matter in the areas responsible for memory, learning, and emotional regulation. A thicker prefrontal cortex, which helps make better decisions, like not eating an entire pizza at midnight unless you want to, in which case, much respect. Reduced amygdala activity, can never say that word, meaning less fight or fight response over things like accidentally liking an Instagram post from 2014. And if you're still not convinced, just ask every high-performing CEO, pro athlete, and genius who swears by meditation. If it's good enough for Steve Jobs, LeBron James, and basically every Buddhist monk out there, it's probably good enough for you. So now maybe you're wondering, how do I actually do this without feeling like an idiot? Maybe I've got you convinced. You want in, but where do you start? Okay, yoga. Try a beginner video on YouTube. You don't need fancy yoga pants. You don't even need a yoga mat. Just find a beginner video. Try it out. Start with basic poses like child's pose, cat-cow, and downward dog. They sound interesting, but they're not too difficult. Even when I'm in the worst shape of my life, I can do those. Don't worry about looking ridiculous. Everyone feels ridiculous at first. Once you get used to it, it's totally natural. Meditation. Sit down, close your eyes, breathe. Focus on your breath, a word, or even just the sounds around you. Your brain will wander. It's normal. The trick and the value is bringing it back. Like leash training a very dumb puppy, okay? Bring it back. That is the training that you need. The fact that your mind wanders off is okay. That gives you the opportunity to bring it back. Every time you bring it back, that is the rep. That is the rep. And remember, this is not about being perfect. It's about showing up, doing something. Even a few minutes a day makes a difference. All right, let's wrap this up before you go back to whatever chaos you were doing before this. Yoga and meditation. They make you stronger, more flexible, and less stressed. They literally rewire your brain to handle life better. They help you sleep, focus, and not lose your mind over dumb shit. Requires zero experience, zero equipment, and zero belief in mystical nonsense. Got it? This is free. You can do this right now. So, if you're looking for a way to level up your body and mind without spending a dime, congratulations, you've just found it. Now go forth, breathe deeply, and try not to pull a muscle in downward dog.
We know this podcast is amazing, and it doesn't seem to lack anything, but we need a legal disclaimer. Prior to implementing anything discussed in this podcast, it is your responsibility to conduct your own research and consult your physician. You should assume that Jeremy and Zach don't know what they're talking about, and they're not liable for any physical or emotional issues that occur directly or indirectly from listening to this podcast.